Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel Cryptoverse. Me Salim and you watching Cryptoverse. So here's what is the metaverse exactly. In this video I will explain the metaverse in a very clear words and also compare it with the cryptocurrency, that why cryptocurrency market that much dependent on metaverse, and the metaverse and crypto will boom together by the help of this what I'm going to discuss here. So this is metaverse. Let first me show you the demo of same thing like that before, which is Travis Scott and Fortune present astronomical. Just check it out this first, then you will discuss further. Please, they are joining to do the party. Okay, check for this concerned who is coming. Check it out, this person come to this concern. This is a metaverse. This is avatar, a metaverse. This what what you see in the video, this all the things. This is the speciality of metaverse. So what is metaverse? We all live in the metaverse soon, or is the idea just second life redux? So here these days it seems like everybody in their corporate parent company is talking about the metaverse is the next big thing that going to revolutionize our online lives. But everyone seems to have their own idea of what is the metaverse means. That is, if they have any real idea what it's mean at all. The term metaverse was originally coined in Neil Stephenson seminal 1992 cyberpunk novel Snow Crash, and the book The Metaverse always capitalized, and Stephenson fiction is a shared imaginary places that made available to the public over the world, fiber optics network, and projected onto virtual reality goggles. In it, developer can build building, park, signage, village, things to do not exist in reality. So here, guys, what he say in this, what he say here, developer can build building, park, sign is village. So in metaverse right now, what the founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, discuss in detail animation. He brought to who brought a video and animated everything in it. So like here in this, developer can build building, park, sign as well as thing that do exist in reality. Exactly right now what it's linked with cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency right now, if you see the gaming section, especially in gaming section, what come out in gaming section, you can, if you see Womb Play, I have one video here in Womb Play, and also right now decentralized, decentraland. Also if you see Mana, also you see the sandbox. So here right now we crypto user, we are going to take some land, and this land then we make park, building, signal, everything, and then we sell the land and we earn some passive income. So right now you don't know about this, but there is certain land that in metaverse, certain land which is already owned by the exchange like Binance, Coinbase, and others, and they will sell on you after at 12 lunch. So here let's go forward. Artificial reality such as a vast hovering overhead light shows spatial neighborhood where the rules of three dimensions space-time are ignored in free combat zone where people can go to hunt and kill each other. So this is all about the gaming section. Meta, formerly Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and his colleagues mentioned the word metaverse 80 plus time and under 90 minutes during last week Facebook Connect keynote presentation where the company announced its new name, but Stephenson has made it abundantly clear that there has been zero communication between me and Facebook and no base relationship. This means Facebook interpretation of the metaverse might end up being quite different from what Stephenson originally described. So here what's the difference and what's the thing in between that Stephenson originally coined this metaverse term, right? On his book 1992 everything here you can see. But the thing is there to what the founder of Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, what he discussed in detail and what he present. Stephenson told that this everything belonged to me, but we don't but Facebook formerly CEO didn't contact me before presenting these keynotes to the world of metaverse. So what will come next? While Meta rebranding drives most of the metaverse conversation these days, the nearly 30 years since Snow Crash appeared have seen plenty of online networks that embody some or most what Stephenson book described. These efforts to create the metaverse include numerous online games and gathering places that capture some of the metaverse's most important concepts without ever using the term. But here we are, as Oculus Consulting CEO Jones Cormack recently put it, Mark Zuckerberg has decided that now it's the time to build the metaverse. So numerous wheels are turning and resources are flowing and the effort is definitely going to be made. So in this case, what's the founder of Facebook CEO doing, Mark Zuckerberg is doing to rebrand that metaverse. Stephenson idea going to rebrand by the Mark Zuckerberg, but actually what will be in between this Stephenson and Mark Zuckerberg? Let's see what's it will be happen in future. So in the metaverse, the next big advance that will revolutionize the way we all connect with each other. It is just repacking of existing technologies into a new catch-all concept. So is it just the latest buzzword marketing term? So right now if you see Facebook, Instagram and also WhatsApp, there is a lot of social media which is a medium to connect the people very easily. So this is what here and metaverse is a next big advanced revolution lies to connect the people with each other on a very practical way. The answer to that depend on what you means by metaverse, defining the metaverse. And his Facebook Connect keynote last week, Zuckerberg said that the best way to understand the metaverse is to experience it yourself. But it's a little tough because it doesn't fully exist yet. From where we are sitting, asking people to try some non-existent things does not seem like the best way to convey the full understanding of your bold new corporate direction. Elsewhere in the keynote, Zuckerberg described a grandiose vision of the metaverse as an even more immersive and embodied internet where you are gonna be able to do almost anything you can imagine, get together with friends and family, work, learn, play, shop, create, as well as entirely new category that don't really fit how we think about computers or phone today. They help a bit, but any description that include the words almost anything you can imagine is so broad as to be almost meaningless. After breaking down meta vision and looking at the history of the metaverse, both as a concept and as embodied multiple distinct online spaces, you identified the following element that taken together seems to define a metaverse. Anything that has any business using the term will include one or all of the following: a shared social space with avatar to represent user. The basic building block of the metaverse concept is what Zuckerberg is talking about when he called for a more embedded internet. On a website or social media network, you might be represented by a username or thumbnail picture. In the metaverse, you are represented by a customizable avatar that can move, speak, and perform animated action. So here, what's coming in the metaverse, which which will be which will be the new and which will be the new and on a internet world, on a metaverse. This is your avatar, which can move, speak, and perform animated action. What you coded in this avatar. So this kind of avatar has been common in all sort of online gaming and social spaces since the 90s. Anyone remember Hobo Hotel? But in avatar, fidelity and ability can vary greatly from service to service. Recent advances in virtual reality have enabled users to truly embody their fantastical avatars, seeing through their virtual eyes and using hand tracking controller to gesture and internet with virtual item. Space like VR chat show just how elaborate those VR avatar can be now. So this is enlarged in Hobo Hotel. A metaverse will kind of look at this. A persistence word for the avatar to inhabit and interact with. In some cases, this means a virtual world that mimics the space constraint and loud scarcity of the real world, as seen as Second Life, discrete plots of land. In other cases, it's just mean users sharing specially created spaces for a particular game or a special time sensitive events like recent multimedia concert held in a fortnight. In an idealized metaverse, every single user shares single virtual world where items are properly processed for everyone between online season. For a technical reason, through many modern metaverse like spaces end up splitting user into shared servers where a small subset of user can attend. The ability to own virtual property as your physically property, this is the main thing what here now I'm discussing. It's all about the cryptocurrency. This can mean anything from a Neopets JPG that associated with your account to a collection of powerful gears in World of Warcraft. In either case, your virtual property stays linked you and doesn't disappear between seasons. Recently, people have tried to use non-fungible token as a decentralized way to track and establish ownership on a virtual goods independent or any controlling authority or corporate server. In theory, such NFT could allow virtual goods to be moved freely between metaverse controlled by different companies part and practical the level of standard setting and intercorporate corporation necessary for this kind of profitability right large remain a pipe dream. The ability to create your own virtual property, allowing user to make their own metaverse content can be seen as a boon both for user who get the shape the virtual world to their whims and for the metaverse maker who don't have to spend a lot of time and effort creating every single virtual object from scratch. Game like Minecraft and Roblox show how metaverse that provide relatively simple building block can harness network effect and player creativity to produce a huge variety of in-world creation. But filling a metaverse with virtual object is not as simple as just saying let the user do it. Questions control modernization. A copyright and fragment can take on outsized importance here, especially if your metaverse is controlled by a corporation that want to draw value from all the user generated work and if the user want to share the profit. Game like Minecraft, this is the Minecraft let user build their own metaverse. The ability to exchange or sell your virtual property. This can range from things like no longer gray market currency exchange for World of Warcraft gold farming by strictly regulated full and universe economic like those and EVE Online. Somewhere in the middle of your game like Second Life where disagreement over player ownership of the virtual land created by a publisher. Legend Labs have been argued in US courts, a shared universe of IP from multiple major companies. This element of the metaverse idea was heavily popularized by Ready Player One, the 2011 novel and 2018 movie feature a virtual world that combined elements of countless nostalgic media properties from Just and Dungeons and Dragons to war games and Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Media consolidation aids that this concept allow the virtual world where Gandalf could fight Bugs Bunny through the expected largest of common corporate parent Warner Bros. But crossover that reach past a single corporate walled garden are becoming a more common to characters from Nintendo, Microsoft, Sega, Square, Enix, Capcom, Namco, Konami, and more all internet and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. For instance, meanwhile, Fortnite has played host to officially cross over from Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Johnny Wick, DC Comics, Ghostbuster, God of War, Halo, and NFL, and many more. This is mine, Steven, Alex, Septron, Pair, Meta, Super Smash Bros. Is about more than just Nintendo character these days. Full 3D telepresence via VR or AR glasses. This is seen by many as the last step in achieving a full metaverse. Virtual and augmented reality could allow us to advance past the magic window of our flat screen to a world where One actually feels scenes or presence while the other 3D avatar occupying the same location. It all feel like you are right in the room together, making eye contact, having a shared sense of space, and not just looking at a grid of faces on a screen. A meta put it in its keynote. Early effort like VRChat and Meta on Horizon World and Horizon Workplace already serve a strong proof of concept example of how they could work. But sharing a room with 16 other avatar and Horizon is a far cry from the metaverse of our vision. A comic pointed out last week many technical problems will need to be overcome to have a VR metaverse with thousands of people milling about and wandering in and out of virtual room. It will is comic in envision. Whose metaverse is it anyway? Beside these generalized building blocks, it's important to differentiate between metaverse and the between a metaverse and the metaverse. While the sound similar, changing the article preceding metaverse can heavily impact the meaning. So a metaverse and the metaverse, the difference has to do with control, broadly speaking, and any corporate entity or a group of programmers can create a metaverse that meet any or all of the above criteria, just as anyone can create a social network. In these cases, a single entity manage the servers, policies, user conduct, and set rules for how the virtual world works. On the other end of the spectrum is a completely open architectures where different entities and interoperable services concept a single shared metaverse. The metaverse via a shared set of broadly agreed upon standard success like the World Wide Web and email show how it is possible in the wider online world, but similar effort to establish a metaverse standard have mostly failed to catch on. Stephenson Snow Crash describes something of a hybrid approach between these two poles. An individual user view of Stephenson metaverse, the graph representation, the user interfaces are myriad different pieces of software that have been engineered by major corporations, he wrote, but the virtual world those pieces of software live and is controlled by the global multimedia protocol group, which developers need to work with to get zoning approval, obtain permits, bribe inspectors, the whole bit. While plenty of companies are building a metaverse of sort, at the end goal of many of them seems to be taking control of the metaverse, the singular place where the different share their online lives. Right now, it seems vanishingly unlikely that any single corporate controlled metaverse will become that popular through absent some sort of workable decentralized standard emerging. We'll likely see dozens of balkanized metaverse fighting for mind share and marketing share without allowing for much interaction between them. What problem are you solving? Depending on how strict you are with the above definition, there are plenty of existing online structure that could be described as metaverse. Many have grown out of the world of gaming, where the idea of sharing a virtual space with other character represented by avatar is long as established fact of life. Clive Thompson argues persuasively the Minecraft is already a metaverse in every way the matters epic. The Svenny seemed Fortnite is at the central pillar of the company own metaverse. The multi-billionaire dollar Roblox let users create millions of share public experience, don't call them games, under a single standard or lux few. A lucky flea box creator even make a full-time living creating those spaces, which include unofficial Squid Game recreation that skirt IP low deftly. Just another day in Grand Theft Auto Online Metaverse. Second Life VR chat in EV Online could be the considered metaverse in their own right. Even a similar online game like Grand Theft Auto Online in a metaverse in a scenes. The two CEOs, Strauss Zelnick, recently told Game Industry Base, if you define metaverse as an engaging digital landscape where you can present yourself as an avatar, where you can talk to people and hang out with people, where you can bicycle, surf, motorcycle, drive, complete, tell stories. He told stories here, have live events, sit as a casino, trade. Well, we already have metaverse here at tech too. And this metaverse is some of the amorphous futuristic ideal that nobody can really understand it, just someone that countless companies are building today. When metaverse and other talk about the metaverse, through they are going a bit beyond the basic definition. The metaverse of Zuckerberg vision is not just place for people to hang out as avatar, but a full blown revolution of the online experience, offering space where people will spend the bulk of their online lives. Meta and others see the future metaverse is so compelling that it will largely or completely replace the flat internet we know, and it will be used for everything from corporate meeting to shopping to a massive social gathering. This vision of the metaverse has been relatively common in fiction for decades now, and there are some signs that younger generation are more comfortable replacing real world gathering with the virtual one. Just ask the 12 million people who saw a Travis Scott concert and Fortnite last year. But for any online or real world function that you think will occur in a future metaverse, you first have to ask what problem the metaverse solve for user. Yes, holding corporate meeting with VR avatars could offer some utility over the awkward video wall today Zoom meeting or travel needed for real world meeting. But even with likely advance in the comfort VR headset and the simulated of VR avatar, the sort of all encompassing VR gathering might seem overwhelming to employ used to tabbing away to other tasks during Zoom meeting. So this is what I discuss with you people. uh, I tell you one thing, this all why I want to discuss with you people, because this is very important. I will give you this link in description. You just check it out in your description. But this what I discuss with you, this all very important as per my coming video. As per my coming video on crypto, I have to give you a detailed video of each and every metaverse related coin, latest token. So please guys, stay with us, subscribe the channel, like the video, share the video, and don't forget to click on the bell icon as well.